Obituaries are sponsored by Colonial Funeral Home and Stokes Chapel, Fair, Ray, and Perry Spencer Funeral Homes, Boone and Cook Funeral Home and Crematory.
A service of remembrance for Edith May Hunt Barker is today at 1 at Boone and Cook Funeral Home. The family will receive friends at 12. 3 announcements from Perry Spencer Funeral Homes. John Frank Webster died December 31st. Arrangements are incomplete in Madison. Sylvia Battle, 81 of Eden, died December 30th. Arrangements are incomplete in Eden. Patricia Lowe Nicholson, 50 of Madison, died January 2nd. Arrangements are incomplete in Madison. Graveside services for Richard Leo Fontaine, 82 of Madison, are tomorrow at 11 at True Gospel Baptist Church Cemetery. Pastor Mike Manuel officiating. Those wishing to pay their respects and sign the register can do that today at Ray Funeral Home between 9 and 5. He was born in Vermont and was a member of True Gospel Baptist Church. He was preceded in death by wife Jody Belton Fontaine. Surviving are children Tony, Shelley, Renee, Richard Jr., Randy, and Robin. Stepchildren Robin, Art, Lori, and Ginger Amos. Sister Nancy Archibald. Brother Russell Fontaine. Grandchildren and great-grandchildren. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to his church. 4 announcements from Fair Funeral Home. Funeral services for Jan Church Wingfield, 63 of Ridgeway, are today at 2, with burial at Mount View Cemetery. She was born in Leakesville, attended Moorhead High School, was of the Holiness faith, and worked as an inspector for Henry County Plywood for 16 years. Surviving are her husband of 44 years, Joseph Randy Wingfield of the home, daughters Lynn Wingfield and Chris Roberts, and Dana Mogul of Axton, 3 grandchildren, 1 great-grandchild, and brother Jimmy Church and Teresa of Eden. Funeral services for Laura Corella Odell, 93 of 125 Mimosa Trail, Eden, will be held Wednesday at 2 at First Wesleyan Church, where she was a member, with burial at Ayersville Cemetery, Mayodan. The family will receive friends Tuesday from 5 until 7, and other times at her home. She retired as head lab technician at Caristan Rug Mill. Preceding her in death was husband Roy James Odell Sr. Surviving are sons Roy James Odell Jr. and Joel H. Odell and wife Jamie, all of Eden, 7 grandchildren and 5 great-grandchildren. The family offers special recognition to brother-in-law Billy Alcorn and niece Diane Hayden. Myrma Young Gaffney, 80 of Stoneville, died January 1st. Arrangements are incomplete. She was born in Leakesville and operated a beauty salon out of her home. She served on the polls for the Rockingham County Board of Elections in the late 1980s through early 1990s. Surviving are son Rodney Mark Gaffney and wife Donna, 1 grandchild, brother Herbert Young Jr. and wife Patsy, sister Donna Young Price, and dog Palmer. Preceding her in death was husband Lawrence Frederick Gaffney, Jr. In lieu of flowers, donations may be made to the Springs of Life Camp and Retreat. Joseph Cleveland Light, 55 of Ruffin, died December 30th. Memorial services will be held later. He was born in Eden and is survived by Father Alan Dodson Light, 1 grandchild, brother Daniel Light and Tammy, special friend Ashley Pulliam. He was preceded in death by wife April Shelton Light.